It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Dolphins and the Patriots. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023, now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Tua to throw right away. He'll dump this off to Achane. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one thrown underneath to Achane. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle pull.
Yeah, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Wilson. Throw caught by Achane. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 6 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give to Gibson running right. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Dobbs. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they come up now, second and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Austin Hooper, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a New England touchdown. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, they'll fake the jet sweep, and now off play action, it's Wilson. He's across midfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Marcus Jones just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Tua going to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now Tua. This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Dobbs. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down pickup by Hunter Henry, and that's something he's been doing throughout his career. He's produced at least 35 catches of 400 receiving yards in all but one of his previous 8 seasons, and the Patriots are certainly hoping to see more of that and then some in year 9.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now Dobbs. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to pass. Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. In motion, Hill. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Tua to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Anthony Richardson. Finally, let's take the trip across the Atlantic, see what's happening over in London. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Justin Fields, a touchdown pass in the victory. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the 1 touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0, as both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another. Our 2 teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Patriots to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Steps away. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This is 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Second and 9. To throw is Dobbs. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Back to throw Dobbs. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Steps away to his left. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got Brown on the out route complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Jones on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Dobbs is throwing. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He finds Douglas complete. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here's Dobbs to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Harold Landry, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Patriots have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Henderson running straight ahead. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and 4. Trying to take this home. They'll run. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Tua and the Dolphins down 7-0, 27 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. And that's complete to Brown. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look,